Welcome to The Modern Hotelier. Both hosts were honored as top 100 influential people in hospitality. We're bringing you interviews with industry experts, thought leaders, and innovators who are shaping the future of hospitality. Whether you're a seasoned hotel professional or just stepping into the industry, our goal is to provide you with insights, knowledge, and trends that will empower you, the modern hotelier.
All right, now we have two special guests, the godfathers of podcasting and hospitality, Mr. Anthony Melchiorri back again, and Glenn Haussman. What's up? So, guys, you've obviously been to quite a few HITECs. Glenn, you've been coming to HITEC for how long?
Sometime in the 1990s.
Okay, so how does this HITEC, how does Charlotte compare to some of the past HITECs?
It's hard to remember because the parties at HITEC are the best parties of the year. So that's difficult. But it's been really wonderful to see how the events changed and matured and really followed the trends, decade after decade after decade out there. But I remember coming to this event when it was not anything like it is now. Now it's really a giant spectacle, and it's amazing to see that so many people are engaged in technology and so many different communities are here as well.
Yeah, so Anthony, you've been to 3.
Yes.
So is this the best one you've been to?
It's the best one because you're here.
All right, well, I'm at all of them.
Well, I'm spending more time with you because I'm spending
That's
time
true.
with you. This is the best one. No, I really enjoy this event because I wanted to hit the ball. I'm a competitive guy, so I got to hit the ball. And I was happy. I love this stadium. I think it's one of the most beautiful minor league stadiums in the country. It's a great event.
Yeah, thank you.
I did not hit the ball.
Did you try? Or did you go up to bat?
I wanted to cry, but since there's no crying in baseball, I was legally obligated not to.
You got to go try. So you guys, when did you start No Vacancy, and how has it kind of grown over the years since you started it during COVID?
So I started the No Vacancy podcast about 8.5 years ago or so. But before that, I did 100 episodes of another show, figuring it all out for a former company that I worked for. So when I started No Vacancy, I was really, really primed to do it. And it was so great because when I started it, nobody else was doing it and nobody knew what podcasts were. So when I would talk to PR people, they get really excited and they'd bring people on, and it was so new and so different. It really helped connect me to the community in a more meaningful way.
And now we get new podcasts every week coming up in the hospitality industry.
75 from us last week alone.
But I would just, and I've said this on other podcast people who's interviewed me, and somebody asked me, like, tell me something or someone you admire or something. And I said, look, when COVID hit, I said, Glenn and Anthony, every day, 5 days a week, no matter whether he was in his car, wherever the hell hotel room you were in, you might have looked like somebody had abducted you and there was no lighting.
Yeah,
I said,
dude, he was like hadn't shaved in 7 days in a hoodie in the car and stuff like that.
I said, but you guys did it every day.
Yeah.
And that's very commendable because the industry needed it. The industry was like, we just got sucker punched. I'm cursing, I guess, because it's, whatever.
That's why he started it.
Yeah, but you guys did it. And so no matter what, there's all these new podcasts. We have a podcast.
It was a moment in time, and you have to know when that moment in time happens, and you can't think about it. And you know me, I'm all about my image, all about branding. I'm the branding guy. I didn't care how I looked. It was more about, I wasn't as vulnerable as I maybe could have been, but I was pretty vulnerable because everybody was very vulnerable at that time. And I think it was very important to not only have that podcast out, but have it consistent. And the greatest compliments we get is when CEOs of companies said, we needed that because we didn't know what we were doing. So we were watching other CEOs react, and we realized they're just as lost as we are.
You were, and this is going to be a very weird analogy, you were the Lipton soup, Price is Right to the industry when kids were sick, and you would be home, and you would get the Lipton soup, and you would watch the Price is Right, and I'd drink ginger ale, and you were sick, but you were like, wow, there's the Bears.
Well, I appreciate that, but we were really shooting for a lifetime supply of turtle wax.
It's true. You guys really were.
It was at that point, we were consistent, but the industry supported us. The industry, the reason the show is on 900 episodes is because the industry supports us. We get people every day asking to be on. And we're not talking about people that are looking to start a small company. We're talking about the players. This guy knows the CEOs of all the companies when they were busboys. And they all want to be on the podcast. One, because like when Chip Rogers from HLA, he would go from the White House, literally on the White House lawn, and go live on our podcast. That's about relationships. And that really comes down to Glenn.
Yeah, we were like, honestly, I just really really blessed that we were in that moment. And we all lost everything. And we didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we just kind of got on in earnest to just see what was happening. And the positive energy that was created from all of this was just so unexpected.
And it was like we talked about today on our keynote, that using technology in the right way for the right purpose, not shoving the technology in. We thought it was important to go live. We didn't think, we didn't want to edit. We didn't want the headaches. We didn't want the problems. But we thought it was important to be live. And at 12 o'clock, it was his idea to go at 12 o'clock. And it was the exact time. It was like people would start their day. They probably, by 12 o'clock, they were like, I have no idea what the hell's going on. And they just needed an outlet. And it was, we're still the number one podcast in the hospitality industry. Not yours, ours.
Like I said, we look at numbers differently and in different ways, just like elections. So we love to coexist. We think you guys do great work. We hope you like our work.
Yeah, we usually just have a turnout problem.
The secret of this entire podcast is the man behind that camera. Without that guy, you guys would be nobody.
We said it. We did it.
Oh, agree, 100%.
We did it. We shouldn't share this, but today we were on somebody else's podcast and we couldn't figure out where to go, so we just went to one of the empty rooms. They ended up calling security, and they came like, "Excuse us, what are you guys doing in here?" We're like, "Well, there was a stage, and there was a big HITEC logo, and there was 4 nice white chairs, and we had to record a podcast." Just recorded it.
Good job.
Yes, in the can.
We got it in the can. And then we did 2. We did one was with the group on the Modern Hotelier, and one was on Logic. And the guy who came in was super cool. We said, "Hey, look, we're part of the industry." And he said, "Yeah, we just want to know what was going on, but good, you can finish."
Another reason that proves that we're legitimate and they're not legitimate. We're actually invited to go to places.
By the way, I love that jersey. That's pretty awesome. We had No Vacancy face masks, but that's much better.
So, Anthony, you mentioned the keynote earlier. You both did it together really to kick off HITEC today. Tell us what you guys talked about and kind of the experience of kicking off HITEC. That's a big deal.
Well, it's a big deal. It's very humbling. And, I started out with David, talking about David, and I ended with David. What did you talk about?
So, mostly my yearning for David and Steve.
This is breaking news.
But after 45 minutes of that,
Yes.
we got down
As
to
you
the
should.
important stuff, and that was talking about Anthony's workout regimen.
So who was it today though? This was actually something you guys would like. Was it the guy from Yippee who said it about the kind of he loved the fact that there was all these companies coming together at HITEC to help the industry. And we were both like, "Hey, we never thought about it that way. We thought about this where you're selling your stuff and he said it's amazing that he's new to the industry. He's like, "Wow, I come into the floor and there's all these companies here that are providing solutions that are meant to help the industry, and nobody's ever said that to me ever before."
It goes back to what we talked about today. We forget about the customer journey, right? We depicted the customer journey from 1950s to 2024, and the customer journey hasn't changed. They look for a hotel, they select a hotel, they get ready to come to the hotel, they stay at the hotel, and they talk about the hotel. And we, as hoteliers, overcomplicate it. We see new technology, we want to use it, even if the guest doesn't want to use it. We were using kiosks before anybody wanted to use a kiosk. And now, and even mobile check-in, a lot of companies do it poorly. There's only one brand that does it well. Everybody says that this brand does it extremely well. So it's using the right technology at the right time in benefit of the customer. And that's kind of what we talked about today.
Yeah, and I really love that the hospitality industry is all in it together, right? I've been in other industries in my life. My first industry is music and entertainment, and everybody there was so toxic. But here, it's such positive energy because everybody's like, we could all be successful together. There's room for everyone to succeed.
Yeah, and we agree. And that's why, again, we both have podcasts, but we love you guys. We love what you do, and we think it's important.
If I could be more of a realist, it's interesting to see people on the floor, and you want to basically tell them, shut down your booth and go home. because there are some technologies that are just not going to be successful. And some people come into this industry saying, this is what they need. And the industry, everybody knows, the industry will tell you what they need because the customer will tell you what they need. And you see these guys are coming with these apps going, my best advice to you is shut it down and go home. Because this industry we're very frugal, we're very specific, and like we talked about.
I was just going to lead in.
We talked about the stakeholders, right? And you have a general manager that you think can make a decision. More so today than ever, the general manager is holding the reins of the horse, but somebody owns the horse, somebody's, training the horse, and so you just hold the reins. So back in the day when I was coming up, you had a little bit more freedom. Today, the general manager, there's a budget, and that budget's booked in October, and you can't go outside that budget. So if you're not really knowing your customer and knowing what they can buy, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, agree.
I mean, let's just be real.
Yeah, totally. What he said.
All right, good. All right.
So we've been asking everybody. We're going to ask you guys too. Anybody going to hit a home run tonight? So far, we're in deep left field, about 300 feet, a little less than 300. 270.
Right now may do it. The guy about right. Let's watch him. All right. Don't bunt. No bunting.
I got it good.
I think he might
Not
do
a
it.
chance.
I think
Not
he
a
might.
chance.
Oh, that almost cleared the pitcher's mouth.
I think they might do it. Let's see.
That is exactly why I am not doing that.
I'm
I
going back.
know.
I'm going to go back.
Yeah, I'm going to say
John
no.
needs to
No
go
to
too.
no to the home
No home
runs.
runs. No.
Not yet.
No, that's
Not
the
yet.
furthest. They have a marker out in left field by the HendrickCars.com.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, by this point,
They're not a sponsor, by the way.
So
They're
yeah,
just-
let me just say everybody's been very generous with the alcohol. So by this point in the night, I do not think it's going to work
I'm
out.
going down. I'm going to hit a home run.
Okay.
And you can watch it.
do it.
We'll video it. We'll video it.
But in all
Okay.
seriousness, everybody knows I like business. Personality is important, but brass tactic business is what's important. You guys have done and built a really good podcast, and if you keep doing it, you will be number one. Not anytime soon, but you will be number one.
Well, we appreciate that. We'll be in the running. I'll take that.
In spite of you, they will still be number one.
Oh, I get ricochet shots here. All right.
And by the way, let me give a big shout out to Steve, who recently came on our Friday night audit show, and we had a great
That's
time.
great.
It was awesome.
Laughing and drinking together.
We had a few drinks. It was a good time. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I mean, always great to chat with the
How do you say
God
my last name?
Melchiorri.
And with that, I'm out.
All right, peace. All right, guys.
You made it to the end of The Modern Hotelier. Thanks for listening. The Modern Hotelier is produced by Make More Media. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you know a guest or sponsor that would be a good fit, feel free to email us at hello@themodernhotelier.com. If you'd like to get some Modern Hotelier merch, click the merch button on modernhotelier.com or click the link below. Thanks and have a great day.